Obama do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
Welcome back to our second half hour, and our coverage of the second presidential inauguration of Barack Obama continues. In his address today, the president laid out his vision for the next 4 years. He said a decade of war is over and an economic recovery has begun.
My fellow Americans, we are made for this moment, and we will seize it so long as we seize it together.
The president spoke of a realistic optimism for the future, tackling problems and leading the way for a world, as he described it, of new frontiers. Fox 11's Kelly Schlick joins us now to look ahead at the second Obama term. And Kelly, give us some indication of what we might expect.
Well, Tom, President Obama has 4 more years. Some political analysts say he will have to get the ball rolling soon if he wants to make big policy changes. Tonight, we have balanced coverage. After being sworn in, President Barack Obama outlined his vision for America.
We must make the hard choices to reduce the cost of health care and the size of our deficit. But we reject the belief that America must choose between caring for the generation that built this country and investing in the generation that will build its future.
The president also spoke about marriage equality, the environment, access to voting, and advancing technology. Politicians from the other side of the aisle hope President Obama focuses more efforts on the economy in his second term. Republican Senator Ron Johnson said in a statement, "It is time to quit playing Washington politics and start acting responsibly to grow our economy and secure prosperity for future generations." As President Obama begins his second term, preventing the bankrupting of America should be his top priority. The president faces another term at odds with a Republican-controlled Congress, a hurdle he says won't prevent work from getting done.
Progress does not compel us to settle centuries-long debates about the role of government for all time, but it does require us to act in our time.
Political analysts say the time President Obama has to implement big policy changes isn't as long as you'd think.
At the most, he's got 2 years, because as soon as the end of the next midterm elections, when the dust settles on who still is in a good position to run for office, no one is going to take on any large policy measures that the president offers because there's too much danger in that.
Analysts say the president also faces the challenge of staying relevant within his own party.
That means the conversation might get shifted. What do we do after this president leaves office? Without recognizing that we have 4 more years in which he can achieve at least something.
Political analysts expect the president to give specifics about his agenda during his State of the Union address on February 12th.